Good morning. Time to make the coffee. Well, today is going to be around 70 degrees. It's sunny, so it should be a nice day for working out in the garden. I have to start making some progress out there, and I checked the 25-day forecast, and there isn't a day or a night in sight where it's going to be under 48 degrees. So I think it's okay for me to start putting my vegetables into my containers and my flowers to get those planted. I really would like to start getting things organized back there. And I'm thinking about just utilizing the tall containers that I have now and maybe breaking down the rest of the city picker boxes just to cut back some. That will give me enough space to plant what I want to plant, but not so much space that I keep expanding what I'm planting. I have to see. I don't know. It's just a plan I'm formulating in my head. I really need to cut back on the garden. I just cannot do it anymore. I've tried. Last year was doable, but it just sometimes it gets to the point if it doesn't cause you pleasure anymore and just work, then it's time to make some changes. And that's the point I'm at with my little garden back there. I just don't want that much work anymore. And that'll allow me a little less time spent out there watering, and I can just relax out there, which is my ultimate goal. I want to go out there and relax and enjoy nature and enjoy the vegetable plants that I do have. Eventually, I might just get down to planting some tomatoes and peppers, maybe some zucchini. That's the plan for this year. And I did buy a couple of vegetable plants yesterday, and actually my mom bought them for me while she was picking out flowers. She says, "No, I'm going to buy those for you." So I got about 6 tomatoes and peppers. I found my yellow tomatoes. I got 2 of those. And what else did I get? Oh, I got some, the rest of my flowers. So I think I'm going to call that good this year. I'll plant all the things in pots, make my own hanging baskets. I went to Aldi's. We stopped there. I thought I'd pick up 2 more of the hanging baskets for like $8.88, and they were just terrible. They were awful. So I didn't get any, and Mark's, they had theirs for 13 something, and I didn't want to spend that much either. So I just bought some flowers, and I'll make 2 more baskets out of those. So cheers. Ah, that's very good. Anyway, that's the plan. Plus, I have the association up my, with their stipulations. I've had this garden for many, many years. It's never been an issue. And now they have a new person walking around, and, so I have to see what I'm going to do about that. Anyway, but that's not my main motivation. My main motivation is it's just getting to be too much work for me. Even though it's all in containers, it's some of the city picker boxes are still too short, and it still requires me either to sit down and do the gardening or to bend over, and I don't want to do either one of those things. So, okay, I will meet you over there at the budget book, but first I'm going to have a few sips of my coffee. Okay, here I am back at the budget book. So yesterday I took Mom shopping, so I did spend some money. Not too much. I got some flowers. Mom bought those for me. And I also got just a couple of things of cheese at Aldi's. So I went to Aldi's and Mark's, and that was it. So I didn't spend too much, but yep, I got to do better this month. So I think I have most of the flowers that I need. I was out in the garden this morning trying to assess how I want to cut back on which pots, and I'd like to sort of cut the pots in half. That's what I'm thinking. So we'll see if I accomplish that or not. I bought a lot of my vegetable plants this year, which I usually don't buy too many, but I bought basic vegetable plants, and I will plant a few seeds as well. But I got to get those planted. But the first thing that I want to do is assess what pots I need for the plants that I have. So it's always a plan, and I'm getting very tired of redoing my garden every year. I need to come up with something that will work for me for the next few years. So anyway, that's what I was doing this morning. I threw a bunch of things out, old broken pots and things like that, because today is garbage day. So I wanted to get a good start on that, which I did. So, like I said, I'm really thinking about getting rid of the city picker boxes that aren't on a stand. I have 4 of them that are on a stand that are nice, but the other 6 that I have are really made to go on the ground, and I don't want to do that anymore. So for the next couple days anyway, I want to make a plan and start working on that, and then maybe enlist the help that I need. But until I get a plan going, that's not going to work. So first thing I have to do is ponder on what I actually want to do. And then, of course, now I have the situation with the association people. Hasn't been a problem for 15 years. And now all of a sudden, with this new person coming in, it's an issue. So I'm going to have to send her an email and say, hey, what's up with this? So anyway, that's my plan. I don't think I'm going to go anywhere today, but I don't know. As I'm setting up my garden, I might need something. Who knows? All right, well, I'm going to drink my coffee, and then I'm going to get out in the garden and do a few things. All right, well, I'm working on this area over here. I have those big tall garden beds that I got at Ollie's. I want to put those here and over here. So I need to move some of this stuff out. All this stuff, these pots from Dollar Tree, I'm going to empty into the bigger container. It's just too much of a pain to keep those little things watered. So I'll probably start seeds or something in there. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them, but I have a lot of them. These are bigger. That's a Mr. Stacky. So that I could use for strawberries or something like that. But all the little containers I'm going to get rid of. So I'm going to put this raised bed right here. I got one of them put up. They don't have holes in the bottom of them. What I'm thinking of doing is, rather than punching out the holes at the bottom, I may go up 1 inch or 2 on the sides, and that way they'll hold some water in the bottom and make them more or less a self-watering container. I'm going to give that a try. So now I have to take all those pots over there and dump them in here and put that other bed over there. And it'll look much neater instead of all these pots and tables and all that. I'm trying to neaten it up a little bit. So I think that'll work out much better. I'm going to empty all these pots into the new raised bed. And these over here, they're growing self-seeded lettuce. So I'll be eating that at some point. And then these pots over here, these, I have to empty all those out too. So I'm trying to save money on buying a lot of dirt. And here I have 2 blueberry bushes, and they'll stay here in the corner. So okay, got to get to work. I'll show you how it looks when it's done. Okay, well, I've had it for today. I got both of these set up. This one is still empty. This one has a lot of pots of dirt in it, but I'm going to wait with these because there's lettuce in here that I need to transplant. So I'll probably plant that, some of it in here, but these take a lot of dirt. So it'll enable me to empty a lot of pots. All the pots that were there are now in here. And all these pots are gone. And now the pots are over here, and I have to figure out which ones I want to keep, which ones I want to get rid of. Same goes for those little tables. So, but that's enough for me for today. At least I got something accomplished. And I see my little grapevine here is starting to get little tiny grapes. So last year I didn't get any, but I don't know if they aren't good the first year anyway. But yeah, it's starting to shape up, and then I have to figure out what I want to do with these. I'm either going to break those down, store them away in case I want to use them again, or I'm going to put 4 of them in a square and plant some greens in there. So still lots of work to do. And I found 2 pots here with some wandering Jenny that came back. I'll plant some flowers in there. And those 2 pots, the same thing, they're from last year. So I'm going to have my nice cool drink now over there and just rest, and then I'm going to go inside, take a shower, and have something to eat. Right, buddy? This is my garbage. Anyway, that's what I did in the garden today. These are doing really well. Those are from Aldi's. Okay, slowly but surely, it's making progress. Well, here we are at the end of another day, and tomorrow is Friday again. Every time I turn around, it's Friday. But I'm glad I was able to get some work done in the garden today. So still plenty more to do. There's always kind of a rush once you get your flowers bought to get them in a pot, because those little cells, they don't really, they can't stay in there too long, because then they get really leggy and they look ugly, and then, you know, it's beyond repair sometimes. So this year I bought begonias and impatiens. No, not impatiens. I didn't buy impatiens this year. Petunias, begonias and petunias. Now I know petunias get leggy too, and they say around June to just cut the whole plant like in half, which is always painful, especially if there's blooms on there. But it's important to keep petunias trimmed back so that they don't get real leggy. They're really pretty in the beginning, but if you don't keep up with them, they can get really ugly. So the last couple years, I almost always buy Impatiens. This year, I wanted to try not buying them and getting begonias instead, because what's been happening is the Impatiens have been getting really leggy too. And I just wanted to try something a little different. So we'll see. The easiest things for the garden are marigolds. So I think I do want to pick up some marigolds yet, just to plant with my veggies in the containers that I have the veggies, because first of all, the pollinators do like them, but you know, some of the other animals don't, and some of the other bugs don't like them either because they have a strong scent. So I may have to get some of those. I don't want to plant them with my other flowers. I just want to keep those sort of begonias and petunias. And I have pinky purple colors for those this year. So last night I didn't sleep well. I only slept a couple of hours. I just kept thinking about what I needed to get done in the garden, and if I could still continue to keep my garden the way it is, which is very disturbing to me because it's been like that for years. You know, never was an issue, and now it's an issue. So before I get everything set up, because you can't really move those big boxes that I set up today once you get dirt in them. They're just too heavy. So you almost have to take the dirt out to move them because they'll break. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But until I hear back from this woman, everything's kind of up in the air. So I figure, well, I did put the boxes up, so it is what it is. And if they say something, I'm going to say, well, you're just going to have to wait until fall because I can't move these now. So anyway, always something. It's like always something. Somebody always wants to control what it is you're doing. You know, it's like, oh well, anyway, that's it for me today. I am pretty sore now, you know, breaking up the soil. I have to put some amendments in that old soil to loosen it up so it doesn't get hard. So I'll probably end up getting some compost. Oh boy, there she goes. Oh boy. Maybe some compost and maybe some coco coir, and definitely fertilizer. I have to put some fertilizer in there because I'm sure all that's gone from last year. But it still is good soil. So anyway, my friends, that's all I have for you today. I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. God bless you. And I'll see you next time.
If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. It helps my channel grow. Don't forget to share, and thanks for watching.